Hello everyone. I hope you're doing well today, but now I want you to listen very carefully. Because this video might be the most crucial video you watch this year. And I'm not saying this to sound dramatic. I'm saying it because you're losing something. Every single day, and you don't even notice it, you're losing your mind. Not in a scary way, not like a disease, but slowly, silently, you are letting your brain grow older, frail and dull, and you're not doing anything to prevent it. You check your phone for hours. You repeat the same dull routine every single day. You avoid anything that feels uncomfortable, and then you ask, why am I forgetting things? Why don't I feel sharp anymore? Why is life starting to feel flat and heavy? Because your brain is dying, and if you don't take control now, if you don't protect it, if you don't work it like a muscle, you will slowly become a zombie, awake but not living. This video is not for people who want fun little tips. It is for those ready to fight. For those who want to remain sharp, powerful, creative, young, and full of life. Even at 50, 60, 70, in this video, I'm going to show you the 16 most powerful habits. Habits to maintain your brain young, not the boring things you see everywhere. These are raw, real, and tested by people who don't want to survive. They want to remain alive up here, and if you apply these, you won't just have a younger brain. You will think faster, speak smarter, feel better. You'll wake up with energy. You'll sleep like a baby, and most of all, you'll quit feeling like your life is slipping by. But if you ignore this, don't complain later when your memory dies and focus disappears. And you forget what it feels like to feel alive. This video is also ideal for your English. While you learn how to keep your brain young, you'll also improve your English listening. So you're not just training your brain, you're improving your English too. Let's start. Let's rebuild your brain from the inside. Habit 1. Use your other hand sometimes. Sounds easy, right? But don't laugh because this little habit is a mental weapon. Think of your brain like a tree. Every time you do something new or difficult, it forms a new branch, but if you do the same thing every day, the tree just stands there. No growth, no strength. Using your non-dominant hand, the hand you don't usually use. For brushing your teeth, eating, opening doors, or writing, pushes your brain to wake up. You're not just moving a hand, you are building new neural connections. You're training your brain to remain flexible, alert, and sharp. Let's imagine you always use your right hand. Today, you try to eat with your left. It feels awkward. Maybe you spill some food. You feel frustrated, but that's precisely the point, that awkwardness, that struggle. That's your brain saying, wait, this is new, I need to grow, I need to focus. You push it to work harder, and that's when the magic occurs. People who do this brain training have better memory, faster thinking, and lower risk of brain aging in old age. So begin now. Try writing your name with your opposite hand. Try brushing your teeth tonight. Not for fun, but to fight brain death. Because if you only do what's easy, your brain gets lazy. And lazy brains die young. Habit 2. Do one difficult thing every day. Let me be honest, most people want an easy life. They avoid anything that feels scary. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. Your brain only remains young when it fights. Comfort kills it. Doing one hard thing every day means you challenge your brain like a warrior. You push it to grow stronger. What counts as hard? Speaking English even when you're afraid. Waking up early when you don't feel like it. Saying no to junk food when everyone else is eating. Speaking to someone new. Going to the gym. Studying one page even when you're exhausted. Every time you push your mind into pain or fear just a little, you give it a shock. A reminder you're still alive. There was a man named David, 44 years old, clever once. But now tired, unfocused, weak. He asked his doctor, "Why does my brain feel old?" The answer, "Because you quit doing hard things 10 years ago." He began small. He took a cold shower for 20 seconds every day. He forced himself to read one page. He walked for 20 minutes alone with no phone. Within 30 days, he stated, "My brain feels electric." Not because of pills, but because of struggle. Simple challenge for you. Right now, pick one hard thing. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now and try it. Then tomorrow try another. Because if you don't, you will rot in the comfort that is quietly destroying you. Habit 3. Avoid screens for some time every day. Let me tell you the truth. Your phone is making your brain stupid. Yes, I said it, not slow, stupid. Every time you swipe, your brain is doing the same thing. Skipping, skipping, skipping. You scroll from one video to another. Do you think your brain likes that? No. Your brain is getting hurt. It's like handing sugar to a child every 3 seconds. What happens? The child becomes wild, unfocused, and weak. That's your brain right now. And here's the scariest part. Most people can't even sit alone in silence for 5 minutes. They panic. They grab their phone like it's oxygen. That's not normal. That's addiction. Think of someone in your life who's always online. They check Instagram 20 times a day. But talk to them in real life. They can't focus for more than 10 seconds. They forget things. They say what? 10 times in a conversation. They feel tired, lazy, and mentally slow. That's the price of too much screen time. What you must do, start small. Turn off all screens. Just 30 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no YouTube. Just sit, walk, think, write. Let your brain breathe. Do this daily and your brain will start healing. Your focus will come back. Do this daily, and you will remember who you are, but ignore this and your brain will be controlled. Habit 4. Sleep in a dark, silent room. Let me ask you something. Do you sleep with the TV on, with lights in your room, with your phone next to your head? Then congratulations, you are slowly killing your brain while you sleep. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is when your brain cleans itself, repairs memory, resets emotions, and grows stronger. But only if it's deep, only if it's dark, if light enters your eyes while you sleep. Even a small light, your brain doesn't go fully deep, it stays half awake. Result: you wake up feeling tired, foggy, and irritated. You forget names, you lose focus. Imagine two men, same age. One sleeps 7 hours in a dark, quiet room. The other sleeps 7 hours with lights on. After 30 days, one has energy, focus, motivation. The other has headaches, bad mood, and can't concentrate. What's the difference? Only how they sleep. Your brain needs real sleep. You must make your room like a cave, pitch black. Use an eye mask, no sounds, phone far away. This is not a small change. This is a life-saving change. If you keep sleeping with distractions, you're not resting, you're rotting. Habit 5. Walk alone in nature without your phone. Here's a question most people can't answer. When was the last time you walked alone without your phone, and just listened to the sound of the wind? If your answer is, I don't remember, then your brain is not okay. It's trapped. You were born to experience life with your eyes, ears, skin, heart, but now you only see screens. Walking alone in nature, even for 10 minutes, can reset your entire nervous system. It lowers stress, it improves memory, and it reminds your brain what peace feels like. There was a woman named Eliza. She had panic attacks and brain fog, her therapist told her. No pills, just walk outside every day. After 1 week, she said, I heard the birds. I heard my own thoughts again. It was like meeting myself. Her panic slowed, her focus returned. Nature is the medicine your brain forgot. Your challenge: find a quiet place, a park, a garden. Leave your phone at home. Just walk, breathe, watch, listen. Do it daily for survival. Because if you can't be alone with your thoughts, your brain is drowning in noise. Habit 6. Read something that challenges your thinking. Most people only read what they like. They read things that agree with them, but here's a brutal truth: if your brain never gets confused, it never gets stronger. Your mind is like a muscle. If it only lifts soft, light things, it stays weak, but if it lifts something heavy, something strange, something uncomfortable, it grows. You need to read something that shakes your beliefs, something that makes you stop and say, wait. It could be a book that disagrees with your opinion, or a science idea that sounds strange. Because when you do this, your brain is forced to think deeper, not just react. Let me tell you about Marcus. He hated rich people. Then he read a book by a generous millionaire. Marcus was shocked. That single book changed how he saw the world. It woke up parts of his brain. Now he reads books that make him uncomfortable on purpose, and he says his mind feels 10 years younger. Do this now. Don't just read to relax. Read to challenge your brain. Pick a book you normally avoid. And when your brain says, this is stupid, don't run. Stay there, fight it, think. Habit 7. Try to remember without checking. Again, this one will hurt you. You forget something, you check Google. You forget a number, you check your phone. It feels normal, right? But here's the harsh truth. Every time you check, instead of trying to remember, your brain becomes weaker. You are training it to be lazy. You are teaching it, don't worry, brain. I'll check again. This habit is about active recall, forcing your brain to pull out information without help. It's uncomfortable, it's hard, but that pain is exactly what keeps your brain sharp. Example, Sarah. She used to forget everything. Her teacher told her, "Stop writing everything down. Start using your brain like a toolbox." So, she did something crazy. Before checking, she waited 60 seconds. She tried to remember. She gave her brain one last chance. In 1 month she felt a change. She remembered more. She learned faster, not because she studied harder, but because she stopped outsourcing. Simple rule for you. Before you check something, pause, close your eyes, try to pull it from memory. Every time you remember on your own, you grow new brain wires. Every time you skip, you cut them. Habit 8. Do something new you're bad at. You will hate this one. Your ego will fight it. But I don't care. I'm here to protect your brain, not your feelings. Here's the truth. Your brain grows the most when you suck at something, not when you win, but when you fail. Do you want a young brain? Then go and look stupid on purpose. Learn the piano, try public speaking. Your brain doesn't care if you look cool. It only cares if you're growing. You've done this before. You forget a phone number, so you check contacts. But here's what happens. Every time you check without trying to remember, you tell your brain, you don't need to work. Do this every day and you destroy your memory, piece by piece. Now imagine doing the opposite. You forget something and you force yourself to pause. You dig. You feel uncomfortable, but then suddenly it comes back. That moment is your brain saying, "I'm still alive." Your challenge: pick one thing this week that you are bad at, do it, practice it, suffer through it. Because when you do what you're bad at, you tell your brain, "We're still growing." Habit 9. Talk deeply. Not just "Hi, how are you?" This habit will feel uncomfortable. Most people today speak like robots. "How are you?" "I'm good." But when was the last time your brain felt alive? Your brain needs depth. It needs conversations that make it think, feel, and reflect. If you keep talking about nonsense, your brain will start treating people like noise. Think of this. You meet someone, ask "How are you?" They say "Fine." 2 days later, you forget their name. Why? Because nothing real happened. Your brain didn't feel anything, no emotions, no meaning. Now imagine asking, "What's something you're afraid to fail at?" They pause. They open up. Your brain doesn't forget that. You walk away feeling connected, mentally alive. That keeps your brain young. Not fake small talk, but emotional truth. Stop asking questions you don't care about. Start asking, "What's something that changed you this year? What's one thing you regret doing?" These questions open people up and force your brain to engage on a deeper level. Your brain starts to listen carefully, feel emotions, and create new patterns. If you never talk this way, you'll have 1,000 friends but still feel lonely. Habit 10. Change your daily routine. This one will hit you hard because your routine is killing your brain. You do the same things every morning. You eat the same breakfast. You walk the same road. Your brain is sleeping with its eyes open. Repetition without variation is poison. It makes your brain lazy. And boredom is not just a feeling. It's a signal, hey, I'm dying here. Think of your morning today. Did it feel like yesterday? That's your brain running on autopilot. You feel stuck, lifeless. But now imagine this. You brush your teeth with the opposite hand. You sit on the floor to eat. You walk down a different street. You listen to a language you don't know. Suddenly, your brain starts noticing. It starts waking up. It starts saying, wait, this is new. Pay attention. That's how you feed it. Same routine equals same results. Change equals growth. What you must do, break the loop. You don't need a new life. You just need to switch things up. Eat breakfast in a different place. Change your walking route. Start your day without your phone. Small changes, big effects. Your brain gets surprised, and surprise equals growth. A brain that sees the same thing doesn't grow. Habit 11. Teach what you just learned. Here's a truth. You don't understand until you teach it. Most people read something, nod their head, and forget everything the next day. Why? Because they never used it. They never explained it. Your brain is like a fire. If you don't pass the flame, it goes cold. For example, you watch a video about calmness. It makes sense, but the next day you're stressed again. Why? Because your brain never processed it. You understood it, but you didn't own it. Now imagine teaching it to your younger brother. In that moment, your brain is forced to organize the idea, to find simple words. You're reinforcing. Later, when you feel pressure, the idea comes back, not because you rewatched, but because you taught it what you must do. Every time you learn something new, teach it to someone. Immediately, you don't need a classroom, you just need a moment. Explain to a friend or the mirror. When you teach, your brain reorganizes the knowledge. It says, oh, this matters. And it keeps it longer, deeper, stronger. Even teaching one sentence a day can rewire your brain. But if you learn and never share, you're just storing ideas in a dusty drawer. Habit 12. Play strategy games, not mindless ones. Your brain hates boredom but hates stupidity more. Most people play games to escape. Endless tapping, bright colors, zero thinking. It feels fun, but it destroys you. You are training your mind to expect rewards without effort. That is how you kill your brain. Now look at strategy games, chess, Sudoku, word puzzles. These games hurt your head. You lose, you get stuck, you make mistakes, but that pain is your brain lifting weights. Next time you're bored, try something that makes you think. You'll feel frustration, not fun. You'll want to quit, and that's the moment to stay. That's the moment your brain starts working. You'll feel tired after 10 minutes because your brain is not used to effort. But that tiredness is growth. Habit 13. Practice intermittent fasting for mental clarity. You won't like this. But your brain doesn't care about comfort. It cares about control. Most people eat too often, too mindlessly. When your stomach is always full, your brain becomes slow because digestion is work. Now try this. Don't eat anything for 12 to 14 hours. Only drink water just once or twice a week. You'll notice something strange. You become more alert, more focused, more clear. Why? Because fasting activates a chemical called BDNF, a brain growth hormone. Yes, growth. Next time you wake up, don't eat immediately. Just drink water and wait. In those quiet hours, observe. You'll feel hunger, then clarity. You'll get ideas. That's your brain in hunter mode. Habit 14. Use brainwriting instead of brainstorming. This habit exposes weak thinking. You've heard of brainstorming. Everyone throws random ideas out loud, but fast talking is often shallow thinking. People say what's easy, not what's deep. Now try brainwriting. Write ideas in silence without talking. Set a timer. 5 minutes, 10 ideas. No internet, no distractions. You'll notice something weird. The first 3 ideas are obvious. Then your brain goes blank, and that's the moment growth starts. Now you must push. Now your brain must go deeper. This is where you find real creativity. Try it today. Pick a problem. Set a timer for 7 minutes. Write without stopping. At minute 3, you'll want to quit. Keep going. At minute 7, you'll have one thought that shocks you. Habit 15. Take cold showers to shock mental alertness. This habit is brutal. Most people live their entire life chasing comfort. They want everything to feel safe. But comfort is the slowest way to kill your brain. When your body is comfortable, your mind gets lazy. Now imagine this. You turn on the shower ice cold. Every part of you screams, no. Your mind panics, and in that exact second, something powerful happens. Your brain snaps into full alertness. No coffee, no sugar, just shock, because your body thinks it's under attack. And that's when your brain comes alive. Your breathing gets faster, your focus increases. This is real activation. This is mental control. Try this tomorrow. Turn the water to cold. You will panic, but stay in and tell your brain, we don't run from discomfort. After you do it, you'll feel awake, alive. If you can control your body's panic, you can control your mind. Habit 16. Memorize one new poem or song every week. This is the final habit. It's mental surgery. It's about rebuilding your brain. Here's the truth. Your memory is dying. You forget names, places, small moments. You blame age, but the real reason is you stopped memorizing. You think everything should be easy to find. Why remember when Google knows it? The fix. Choose one small poem or quote, repeat it out loud, write it down by hand, test yourself. Make your brain hold something real. Because memorizing is deep thinking, it forces your brain to connect. That is how you build mental muscles. Not by scrolling, but by holding something inside you. Think of that one song you still remember. Now imagine using that same power on purpose. Use it to memorize a quote that inspires you. Repeat it every day until it becomes part of you. Do this every week. In 1 year, you will have 50 poems living inside your brain. People who memorize regularly have sharper focus and slower brain aging. But if you never memorize, your brain becomes a library where every book is missing. That's what most people's minds feel like. These are not nice habits. These are uncomfortable, painful, and raw. That's why they work. Because everything that keeps the brain young lives outside your comfort zone. your brain is not your friend. It only cares about saving energy, and if you don't fight back, it will slowly shut down your fire. But now you have the tools, the 16 weapons. Use them daily, not for fun, for survival. If you don't protect your brain, no one will. If this video opened your eyes, use it, live it. Fight for your brain, because most people will keep scrolling, but you now know the truth. And if you want more videos that help you grow, think better, and live stronger, then subscribe to our channel right now, because we're not here to entertain you, we're here to transform you.